There is this popular radio called Info FM. It's on YouTube. So I just saw their video there. They were on live section. And the topic of the title of the video just attracted, my attention. And I started listening to what he was saying. It happens to be that he was interviewing one of the victims of this Orire abduction, people that were kidnapped in Oyo State, that schools, and the people they released recently that the government said they rescued. And while I was listening to the man, they asked the man some questions. He said there are some things I will not say online. Maybe the terrorists may have, tell them some things I don't know, but it is to his own reservation. He said there are some things he will not say online. He said he don't even know whether they were in Nigeria or they were not in Nigeria. That is apart. I want you to watch this video part. Then the third thing he said was that they were released. The terrorists were so happy when they were releasing them. The terrorists were smiling. The commander was smiling. They were happy when they were releasing them. This is contrary to what the government told you. Okay? And they gave the direction where to go and meet Nigerian soldiers. What went wrong? They lied to you all? Anyway, pay attention. Maybe it is me that did not understand what he was saying. However, there are so many things I would like you to know about this. And by the special grace of God, we'll still have another person entirely to interview on this platform. But this is what I saw today on Info FM, interviewing one of the survivors of this attack. Then, another thing I would like you to pay attention while listening to this video you're about to listen to now is that when they were given permission to pray, they asked them not to mention the name of Jesus. So they said these people are ISWAP, not even the people Nigerian government were telling you. Say they are ISWAP. You don't mention the name of Jesus because they are jihadists. If you even mention it, they might even kill you. So all these things have the same correlation. Remember what I have told you people now. The mission of ISWAP, Boko Haram, is to overthrow the Nigerian government to establish Islamic State, which will be governed by Sharia law. So I'm not surprised to get something like that from him. So take a listen.
How did you survive for 56 days? Were you being fed by these terrorists? Because I tell you what, the whole country was praying for you every day. So Nigerians did not allow government to rest because of you. I'm telling you, we're all worried. How were you feeding? For 56 days. And how were you sheltering? Were you in the open, or were you kept in the house? How were you eating, and all that?
Actually, what you said is difficult to say on air, but I will just say the little I can say about it. Okay. Because many people, when we came out, when we were there, we were blind. We were blind, not ordinary blindfolded, but we were blind. We don't even know maybe we're in Nigeria or other country because we don't know anything. We don't know where we are. We don't know what is happening. We were saying maybe the government has forgotten us, but they had speaking. Some of them were speaking Yoruba to us. Okay. Some were speaking in English. Some were speaking in Hausa language.
Okay. How were you rescued?
The way we were rescued was miraculous. It was your people's prayer and God's help. Let me put it that way. So they were the one that just come to us. And they actually, after we had spent some days, some months there, when we got there, they were telling us we should not pray. But when after a month, they told us that we should be praying, but we should not call the name of Jesus out. And whenever we are praying, we should not pray out so that they will see. But it got to an extent when they see that maybe they also observed that things was not the way they want. They told us to be praying. So we were also praying inside until the last day when their commander came, and they were just laughing. They were smiling. So they said we should thank God that we have been freed. That was what we heard. The next day they said we should open our eyes because the two men that came out alive, we were blindfolded, we were handcuffed, our leg was chained as well.
Thank God.
They told us to open our eyes, so we opened the cloth from our eyes, and they came to lose the chain and the ankle.
And then they asked you to go, or did they take you to a particular spot?
No, these people that captured us, these Boko Haram, they said they are not bandits, and they said they are not Boko Haram, but they said they are ISWAP.
Okay, so where did they take you to before releasing you? Or did they take you back to Rire or where? When they released
actually, as I told you before, I was the last person that was captured in school, and as well I was the last person that was released in that bush.
Okay.
Because the anchor that was on the both teachers, the teacher is not ordinary teacher, it's even my VP. It's my VP, so I'm the school counselor. So when the anchor there was particularly they wanted to lose the anchor when we want to hit. So the anchor, the key now break. So when the key break, that man's hand was loose, so the anchor was with me till the day they released us. So there was no key to lose the anchor from my hand. That was the way I was carrying the anchor. So when they released us, everybody had gone. Okay. So they now said, I cannot carry this anchor home. That they will look for a way to lose the handcuff. So one of them said maybe they should cut off my hand. So the other said, no, they should not cut off my hand, though, that they should not worry, that they will look for a way to handcuff me. So he now went to look for just small tiny rope. It was a tiny rope he used to lose the handcuff. Okay. So that was how I was also released. Okay. So my people had gone far. I don't know how the route they took. I was just hearing their sound. So I was just running towards a direction. Their commander called me again. He pointed gun at me. He said, come. When he pointed gun at me, he said, come. I was afraid that only me in this bush. Is this how I'm going to die?
That's
so he told me to come back.
The ISWAP commander, the terrorist commander.
The one inside the bush, their commander inside the bush. I can say maybe their chief commander. Let me put it that way. Their chief commander. He called me because I should come. Where am I going? I said, I don't know where I thought this is the route my people passed. Now told me to come. So when I got to him, he told me that I should take this route. That this is the route he took. So I now run to the direction he told me they took. So he followed me. So as I was running, I was looking at the back so that he won't shoot me. So we trekked from that place, like let me say, like 40 to 1 hour to where they provided motorcycle, bike Okada that took us from that bush to near to the nearest village.
Okay, so when
it was for like let me say 1 hour 30 minutes to that village, we now stopped. They said they can't go for that again. So that was where they stopped and they told us to move with our leg. So we moved for 1 hour 30 minutes with our leg, both the principal, the VP, the staff, the students, and the purpose. So we trekked for 1 hour 30 minutes before we get to where those things are going to rescue. Government sent to come and rescue us with.
Okay. So you now move to where the people, the army people were waiting for you. And what village was it?
Before we got to that village, we got to the because when we were coming,
teacher, please, can I put you? Let me play an advert. I'll call you back in a minute.
Yeah, I screen recorded this section before that place because while I was on live section, I've got to go back because I was listening to what the man was saying going ahead. I said after this live section, I won't even know whether this video will still be on the internet. So I have to go back and start screen recording, what the man was saying and so on and so forth. This is not to indict anyone. This is just in search of the truth. A lot happened. My first joy is that these people are alive despite 2 people were killed and their body is nowhere to be found. But I'm happy that, yes, the children, the rest of them are back. That is the first joy of everybody. Now, I am not blaming Nigeria security operatives. I mean the army, not their head, not CDS, minister, or not all those people. I mean people who are always taking command from the top. People who are always taking command. If they ask them, they go, do this one, you do this one, do this one, you do this one. Because what these people are trying to voice out is totally different from what they sold to you. And that is why sometimes people hate us. They hate us. This is not to criticize anybody. This is not to demoralize anybody. This is not to make you to hate anybody. This video is not intentioned to make other group of people to hate another. No. The intention of this video is to unravel the truth about what transpired. I've said this thing countless times just for us to know the truth. That is the purpose why we have been doing this. Because people were against Makinde. When Makinde said that he have to invite you and do this. What Makinde wanted was external probe. Because Makinde was suspecting that federal government masterminded this kidnapping. That was what Makinde was suspecting, whether you like it or not. He said he declared that he's going to run for president. And the following day, this incident happened. So he said it has a political motivation. That is the position of Makinde. Whether you like him or you don't like him, he have his point. Okay. Now, after everything we are hearing, what we are hearing now is justifying what Makinde said. And there are some things we have to be very careful in doing, especially with bloggers. Nigerians don't deserve the truth sometimes. Like, you may risk your life to tell them the truth, tell them some things that is going on. They will turn against you that is saying that. They won't even make investigation. They won't ask questions. They will just turn against you. So sometimes it's difficult for us to say the truth, Sometimes it is very difficult for us to tell you some secret deep things. You know why? Because they'll keep shouting, show us the proof. And sometimes even though when you have the proof, you might not be able to release it. Because the masses will not stand by you. They will kill you. They might kill you, even though we are not afraid of death and all those things. But the government might even kill you. The masses will not forget. So if you are fighting for the masses or you are saying the truth, be careful. Use wisdom, use sense. Because the masses, sometimes they don't know the truth and they go through emotions and all those things. Anyway, when these people came out, the first thing they started doing is that, thank you, President Tinubu. Thank you, President Tinubu. What sort of rubbish is that? This is the same thing that happened when they went to South Africa to bring people back to Nigeria. One woman came out and said, you people should say thank you to Tinubu for coming to rescue you people from South Africa. One man caught chain and said, what rubbish are you talking about? So that is the same thing that happened. People that don't even know Tinubu, hey, thank you, President Tinubu. How do they know it was Tinubu that negotiated with terrorists? It is what they asked him to say. So if the commander of the terrorists was so happy when he was telling these people, go and meet soldiers and go, you are free. And a day before they were free, they told them that you are leaving here tomorrow. Like, are you people talking to dumps? You will know the truth. And the truth, will set you free. Not what they see. Always verify everything that people are telling you. Anyway, it is what it is. You have your own opinion. Let it come from the comment section. Let me know what you think.
Like this, wonder shall never know. Yes, so the true story of you kidnapping is gradually coming out. When I listen to that one of the victims, you understand, with the abduct, you understand. Marcel, that they had narrate everything, how the scenario happen, you understand me. So at least as a person we get sense, we suppose know say this thing. We know the people will they involve. We suppose know, not be say, you understand. This thing they don't now plan work. Not be say oh that thing. Makinde himself, he know what it happen. He know what it happen, you understand? Because according to him say when he declares he want to be president of this country, Nigeria, so the next day night the incident occur. You understand me? So well, you cannot talk too much. We cannot see drop on our thoughts about the conversation.